everybody. Welcome to Storytime with me, Auntie Anna P. for Manchester's Alternative Pride. Today, we're reading a book called Jacob's New Dress by Sarah and Ian Hoffman. Looks very exciting, doesn't it? Are you ready? Are you sitting comfortably? Have you got a cuddly toy? Then I shall begin. Jacob's New Dress. Jacob ran to join Emily in the dress-up corner. Emily slid into a shiny yellow dress, while Jacob wiggled into a sparkly pink dress. They both reached for the crown, but Jacob got there first. "I'll be the princess," he said. Christopher frowned. "Jacob, why do you always wear girls' clothes? Put on some night armour. That's what boys wear." "Christopher, stop telling us what to do," said Emily. Mrs. Wilson heard the hubbub. "What's going on, kids?" "Jacob's wearing girls' clothes," complained Christopher. "That dress-up corner is where we come to use our imaginations," Miss Wilson said. "You can be dinosaurs, a princess, a farmer, anything. Christopher, what would you like to be?" "A boy," Christopher scowled. Mrs. Wilson smiled. "Jacob, you try it. What new thing could you imagine being? A firefighter? A policeman?" "Miss Wilson," Jacob said proudly, "I'm the princess." "How was school today?" Mum asked, studying Jacob's face. "Fun?" "Christopher says boys can't wear dresses," said Jacob. "Can they?" "Of course they can." Mum hugged Jacob. "Why don't you get the dress you wore at Halloween and play in that?" Jacob pulled on his witch's dress and twirled. He loved the way that the black lace swirled around him. "I want to wear my dress at school." Jacob's mum frowned. "I don't think so," she said. "That's for dress up at home. It would get dirty at school." "Then can I get a regular dress? A dress that I can wear at school?" Mum was quiet. "Let me think about that," she said. Jacob wondered what to play next. Pirate? Princess? Bird? Heaping 3 towels onto the floor, Jacob made a nest. Then he wrapped another towel around himself for feathers. Snug and warm, he imagined what a school dress would look like. The next morning, Jacob stood on the stairs wrapped in a giant bath towel. "What are you wearing?" asked Mum. "It's like a dress, but I can get it dirty," Jacob said, pointing to the towel. "I made it." Dad frowned. "You can't go to school like that. Put on some shorts and a shirt under that dress." Mum said, "Hurry up, we're late for school." "What's that?" demanded Christopher. Jacob moved closer to his mum. "Good morning, Christopher," said Jacob's mum. "Jacob's wearing something new he invented. Isn't it nice?" Christopher didn't answer. "I want a dress like that," cried Emily. "Where'd you get it?" "It's not a dress," said Jacob, glancing up at his mum. "It's a, dress thing." Jacob saw Emily smile and grin back. "I can make you one if you like." The playground was full of laughter and running feet as the children played tag. Christopher sneaked up, yanked off Jacob's towel and ran away whooping. "Christopher is mean," Emily hissed. Jacob watched Christopher wave the towel like a captured flag and started to cry. Well, that's not very nice at all, is it? "How was school today?" Mum asked. "Christopher stole my dress thing," said Jacob, and the tears flooded back. Mum hugged Jacob. "Oh, I'm sorry. Christopher's not always a good friend." "Mum," whispered Jacob, "can you help me make a real dress?" Mum didn't answer. The longer she didn't answer, the less Jacob could breathe. "Let's get the sewing machine," she said finally. Jacob felt the air refill in his body. He grinned. Mum smiled back. "There are all sorts of ways to be a boy," she said. "Right?" Dad looked up from his book. "Mum and I made a dress," said Jacob quietly. Dad studied the dress. Jacob started to get that can't breathe feeling again. "I can see you worked hard on that dress," said Dad. "Are you sure you want to wear it to school?" Jacob nodded. Dad nodded back and smiled. "Well, it's not what I would wear, but you look great." Jacob skipped up to the front walk of the school. He found Emily inside and showed her his new dress. They found matching colours in their clothes and laughed. "Purple and white." "Do you want to play dress up?" asked Emily. "No, monkey bars." So together they ran out to the playground. "My mum and I made this dress," Jacob said proudly at circle time. "We used her sewing machine." "That's wonderful," said Miss Wilson. "Was the sewing machine hard to use?" "Why does Jacob always wear dresses?" interrupted Christopher. Miss Wilson paused. "I think Jacob wears what he's comfortable in, just like you do. Not very long ago, little girls couldn't wear pants. Can you imagine that?" Christopher shook his head. "I asked my dad. He says boys don't wear dresses." Jacob rubbed the hem of his dress, looking at the little stitches he'd sewn himself. He could hear Miss Wilson and the other kids talking, but their words sounded far away. On the playground, Christopher yelled, "Let's play tag, boys versus girls. Jacob, you're on the girls' team." A bunch of kids laughed. Jacob felt his dress surrounding him, like armour, soft, cottony, magic armour. "Christopher, I made this dress. I'm proud of it, and I'm going to wear it. And you know what else?" Jacob tagged Christopher. "You're it." Jacob sprinted across the playground, his dress spreading out like wings. Oh, and that's the end. Oh, what a wonderful story. Who knew that a dress could make someone feel so strong and proud, just like armour? Well, Jacob did, didn't he? What a wonderful story. Might read that again tonight. We have another story before we go. Now, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. It's called Mummy, Mama and Me. It's a story about two mummies and a child. Because some people have two mummies and some people have two daddies and some people have a mummy and a daddy and some people don't have a mummy or daddy at all, and that's terribly sad. So it's quite nice to have one or two or even three. Lots of people to look after you. I certainly need a team. Right, are you ready for this one? Then I shall begin. Mummy, Mama and Me by Leslie Newman. Mummy gently combs my hair. Mama rocks me in her chair. Mummy packs a yummy snack. Mama rides me on her back. Mummy and I go round and round. Mama and I slide to the ground. Mummy and I count 1, 2, 3. Mama hides behind the tree. Mummy hugs me on her lap. Mama lays me down to nap. Mummy lets me help her cook. Mama helps me read a book. Mummy puts me in the tub. Mama bathes me. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Now I'm tucked in nice and tight. Mummy and Mama kiss me good night. What a lovely story. Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Join us tomorrow at the same time for more story time with me, Anna P. Goodbye for now. See you later. Goodbye. Is that all right?